Good afternoon. As I was sitting at home the last few days, finally getting some time to sit in silence and figure out what words I could possibly say to honor my father. I found it hard to organize thoughts. There's so many of them, no possible way to write them all down. I sat there and thought, dumb it down. Or as my father always says, keep it simple, kiss. And then he would laugh like he made that up. And he smiled so proud of himself. So as all cops do, I figured I was going to structure this report. I knew how I wanted to start. You all know how the story ends. Corporal Eugene Cole, end of watch, 4/25/2018. But then I started analyzing everything I was thinking. I thought, how do I explain my feelings and my family's feelings for the hours and the days and the weeks after 4/25/18? See, my nightmare and my family's nightmare started on 4/25/18. My nightmare started with a horrifying loud knock on my front door. My nightmare started by thinking, what am I going to tell my mom? The hours and days since then have been agonizing, trying to figure out what information to pass along to the family, wondering if it was too much for them. Then I remember one night when I was a kid, and my father, he almost always went back out to the shop after dinner, so as he could say, get some actual work done. I would sit with him at his workbench, thinking I was being helpful. Looking back, now realizing I was probably just hindering his progress. But we were talking about things that were going on, and I had brought something up, and he said, Dave, people can get mad at you, but they can't stay mad as long as you tell them the truth. So that's what I did. I told my family the truth about everything. What happened to Dad, what's going to happen now. I told my mom that Dad died. I watched the strongest woman I know break. I broke with her. The hours went by, and the grief turned into reality. We watched the community, civilians and law enforcement come together, honoring my father. I watched my mom get stronger than I'd ever seen her, and I slowly began to realize what Dad had prepared us for our entire lives. He taught us to be strong. Without him, after all these thoughts had filled my head, I realized my opening statement of you all know how the story ends. It doesn't work because Mom, the story doesn't end. The story will continue on. You've reached the end of an amazing chapter. And just like any good book, you can go back and you can think about your favorite parts. But the next chapter is already being written. And I know, and Phil and Joe and Jill all know, and just by seeing the amount of people in this room, you don't have to write it alone. Corporal Eugene Cole, and I've watched 4/25/18. Rest easy, Dad. We've got the watch from here.
I would first like to address Cheryl and her children David, Phil, Joe, and Jill, and brother Tom, and to all the extended members of Gene's family. On behalf of the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, I want to extend our deepest, heartfelt condolences to you. Corporal Eugene Cole was the type of deputy who could have served anywhere in the state of Maine, and for that matter, any agency in this great country. We were fortunate he chose the Somerset County Sheriff's Office. Gene wanted to serve the citizens of Somerset County. He grew up, attended school, and he and Cheryl raised their 4 children in the greater Norridge Walk area. Gene worked every day to make Somerset County and Norridge Walk a safer place to live. In the early morning hours of April 25th, Gene paid the ultimate sacrifice. He lost his life performing his sworn duties. while protecting the citizens of Somerset County. Gene was loyal, had impeccable integrity, and was dedicated to his profession. He was always fair. Gene was fair to his fellow deputies and to the citizens he served and protected. He was even fair to those he had to take enforcement action against. Unlike most of us in this room who joined the noble profession of law enforcement at a young age, Gene joined in his late 40s. As many of you know, police academies are very stressful and physically demanding. Gene embraced the challenge to become a certified police officer in the state of Maine. This was a true testament to his grit and determination. Gene was able to use those decades of life experiences prior to law enforcement to have a sense of empathy for those he dealt with on a daily basis. Gene epitomized community policing. He always had people talking to him on patrol or calling him at his home. People trusted Gene. Gene would always listen. He wanted to keep his hometown safe. Gene loved his job and was proud to be Norridgewalk's deputy sheriff. To those thousands of law enforcement and first responders that are here today, to those who have traveled long distances, the Somerset County Sheriff's Office thanks you for being here, for honoring our brave deputy, for the respect and professionalism you have shown to the Cole family and the members of the Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office and citizens of Somerset County were blessed every day that Gene served with us. This is a great tribute to a man we honor today, Corporal Eugene Cole. You exemplified our core values of integrity, respect, fairness, and dedication. Matthew 5:9 tells us that blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. God bless Gene, God bless Cheryl, and Gene's family. Goodbye for now, my friend. We will never forget you.